Hello Raw Online learners. Today's class is about heme breakdown. So what is the product when we break heme? It is bilirubin. Okay. So how we are going to metabolize the heme to bilirubin? So this class is about heme breakdown. This is your hemoglobin. So your hemoglobin contains heme and globin. Globin is a protein. So it is degraded to its constituent amino acid. Your heme contains a pyrrole ring, that is protoporphyrin, along with iron. Iron, the two in ferrous state. Okay, so the iron of the heme enters the iron pool. So now your protoporphyrin is free of iron. Okay, there is no iron in your protoporphyrin. So heme contains only the protoporphyrin. So what happens to the protoporphyrin? The pyrrole ring. The iron-free porphyrin portion of the heme is degraded, okay, to bilirubin. So this degradation takes place in the reticuloendothelial cells of the liver, spleen and bone marrow. Okay, that is where the heme is broken down to bilirubin. So, in a day, average turnover rate of hemoglobin is 6 grams. Okay, so a 70 kg human, the average turnover rate of hemoglobin is 6 grams. So, per gram, 1 gram of hemoglobin is going to yield 35 milligram of bilirubin. So, what happens to the 6 grams? So, we are going to get 250 to 350 milligram of bilirubin in a day. So, what are the sources of bilirubin? The major source is hemoglobin. Okay, the heme part in the hemoglobin. This is also from ineffective erythropoiesis. So what are the other heme containing proteins like your cytochrome P450, cytochrome oxidase in the electron transport chain, your tryptophan pyrrolase, nitric oxide synthase. So all this contains heme. When they break down, it is going to give bilirubin. So the average bilirubin produced in our body is 250 to 350 milligram per day. So how the bilirubin is transported? The first thing, it is degraded in the reticuloendothelial cells of liver, spleen and bone marrow. So here you can see the heme portion is degraded to bilirubin. So the first synthesized bilirubin is insoluble. Okay, it is called as unconjugated bilirubin. This has to be transported to liver for conjugation. Since it is insoluble, it needs a carrier. Who is going to carry the unconjugated bilirubin? It is your albumin. So, in the circulation, albumin carries the unconjugated bilirubin to the liver for conjugation. Once it is conjugated, it is secreted in the bile to the large intestine for its disposal. So this is the fate of bilirubin. So the bilirubin is transported from the reticuloendothelial cells to the liver for conjugation. After conjugation, it is excreted, otherwise secreted into the bile to the large intestine for its disposal. So, formation of bilirubin. How the bilirubin is formed from heme? By heme oxygenase system. Okay, it is present in the endoplasmic reticulum, so it is called as microsomal heme oxygenase system. It is substrate inducible. Okay, the system is inducible. okay, by any substrates. First, the ferrous ion is oxidized to ferric form. Before its release, the ferrous ion should be oxidized to ferric form. Once it is oxidized, your hemoglobin, your heme becomes HEME. Once the ferrous is oxidized to ferric, it is called as HEME. So with the further addition of oxygen, ferric ion and carbon monoxide both are released. Next, the biliverdin which is formed, it is formed from splitting of the tetrapyrrole ring. But the compound which we want is bilirubin. So, the biliverdin undergoes reduction to get your bilirubin. So, formation of bilirubin requires microsomal heme oxygenase system.